Good morning. It's Thursday, April 5th, 2018. You're watching the Daily Mix TV by Hill Story Marketing. Hey guys, my name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO. So I guess bigger is still better given the news out of Detroit. Two major American automakers are cutting smaller car models, according to several media outlets. So General Motors plans to cease production of its Chevrolet Sonic vehicle, while Ford will abandon the Fiesta in the U.S. Now, these are moves that would leave only a few models in the subcompact car category. The once popular small cars have fallen out of favor as SUVs and trucks have become way more fuel efficient, and gasoline has gotten a lot cheaper. So Ford is also discontinuing its large Taurus sedan, which was once the nation's best-selling car. Trend forecasting with respect to car format is one of the most difficult things in marketing and business, specifically because, first of all, it's such a big purchase. Second of all, you've got such a trend shift year over year. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this time next year I'm announcing several new entries into the subcompact car category. It's a very, very interesting situation. Cool time for Detroit, given how popular the SUV has come back again. So we're going to keep an eye on this and see what happens, but look for a lot of volatility in the auto market, certainly a lot of sales opportunities with respect to the aforementioned models. Now, yet another QSR is headed to the grocery aisle. In a surprising move, fast food chain Sonic Drive-In has announced it's going to be bringing several of its iconic and popular flavors to retail shelves. Items like cherry limeade and ocean water will be reimagined as grab-and-go items, including freezer novelties like frozen ice pops, gelatins, puddings, and lollipops. Really, really cool program. Now, known for its made-to-order American classics, innovative flavors, and their personalized service, the Oklahoma City-based chain is looking to allow fans a way to experience their favorite flavors at home in a new way. Now, most fast food and QSR operations that go this route, like TGI Fridays and PF Chang's, that kind of thing, they do so to increase the impact of their brand, increase revenues and profits through additional distribution of product. So, as an example, one of the tent poles in any good marketing program is based on the philosophy that frequency is the mother of all learning. So the more times you can impact a consumer with brand messaging or a brand identity, the higher the likelihood of purchase. So in this case, looking at Sonic expanding into grocery and retail, very smart move for that chain. Now, fans of the Boilermaker are about to get a new beverage on the menu they won't be able to resist. Budweiser and Jim Beam are teaming up to create a limited edition brew for beer and bourbon lovers alike. The Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager is crafted with two-row barley and aged on the staves from Jim Beam bourbon barrels. Try saying that 10 times fast. The process will give this new drink a, quote, toasted oak aroma and deliciously nutty taste with caramel, rye, and vanilla notes, according to a joint press release issued by the companies. Now, the partnership between the two brands will begin with Budweiser and Jim Beam pairings on bar menus across the country. So look for that to be in national accounts like TGI Fridays and so on. Then in September, the companies are going to launch their specialty beer as a celebration of the 85th anniversary of the repeal of Prohibition. Quote, we're very excited about this partnership, not only because both brands share common history, but also an obsession for quality and a decades-long connection to America, according to Ricardo Marquez, who's the VP of Marketing for Budweiser. This is a truly unique partnership and innovation that will surely drive excitement with our drinkers. Now, of course, Rob Mason, who's the VP of Marketing for Jim Beam, quoted, this partnership feels especially natural given our brand's common values and the pivotal roles they've both played in American history. Our family distillers have produced, quote, America's native spirit since 1795, using traditions and techniques passed down through the generations. This is another exciting milestone in Jim Beam's history. Now, this isn't the first time that Budweiser has celebrated the end of Prohibition. Last fall, the company released its 1933 Repeal Reserve Amber Lager, which was a brew based on a pre-Prohibition era recipe created by Adolphus Busch, the co-founder of Budweiser's parent company, Anheuser-Busch. The limited edition recipe was said to have a light, hoppy, aroma and a rich caramel malt taste. I love programming like this. The minute that you can capitalize on two like-minded companies' audiences, I mean, you got a bourbon drinker and a beer drinker, to be able to merge those two and be able to cross-market is brilliant. So look for some very exciting programming to come out of this endeavor. Now, J.M. Smucker, known for its famous jam, is purchasing Ames Worth Pet Nutrition for about $2 billion, according to Reuters, just under $2 billion. So roughly 2/3 of Ames Worth's sales comes from celebrity chef Rachel Ray's Nutrish brand, according to several media outlets. Now, the deal will increase Smucker's pet food portfolio to about 15 brands. That's huge. Pet food is the fastest growing segment right now at $30 billion in terms of a market, right? Several pet food companies have been purchased by larger processed food makers in order to diversify their portfolios. So as an example, General Mills put up $8 billion for Blue Buffalo back in February, and Mars, Cargill, and Nestle have also added pet food makers to their portfolios. Now, the U.S. food industry made about $42 billion of acquisitions in 2017. That is a massive amount of investment with respect to M&A activity, especially in the food sector. That is a huge industry, especially when you get into pet food. Pet food, you're looking at $30 billion, and they know they've got you captured because you're not going to feed your dog Alpo or, what's the Sam's Club variant that was knocked for being the most disgusting pet food on earth at one point. My entire point in this is very simple. Pet food will continue to rise because you now have such a focus on adoptable pets, which is fantastic, especially given the fact that my wife and I have Rock 'em Rawhide, the charity that helps to increase level of adoptions of dogs and cats in shelters. Now, Viacom immediately rejected a bid by CBS that was reportedly below market, with Viacom now set to counteroffer. Remember, yesterday I had announced that CBS made a lowball offer for Viacom. Now, a recombined CBS and Viacom would have a value of about $37 billion. The network wants its CEO, Les Moonves, and COO, Joe Iannello, to lead the new company, and that would be a stumbling block for Viacom. So you got a lot of internal pissing contests going on with respect to this potential merger. So we'll keep an eye on it for you, but we'll see what happens. By the way, look for Facebook to continue on a downward trend, given the current apology tour that Zuckerberg is on, and the fact that they've now disclosed that over 87 million people may have been affected by the Cambridge Analytica scandal, as opposed to the 50 million previously reported. Of course, it doesn't help that the New York Times also came out with a story this morning saying that we should get rid of Facebook and just start a new platform that's more focused on privacy. Now, to close out for a little Throwback Thursday, today marks the 31st anniversary of the debut of Fox Broadcasting in the U.S. and the very first sighting of The Simpsons. Fox launched with shows like Married with Children, and the Tracey Ullman Show. Which spawned the longest running animation series in history, The Simpsons, 2 years later. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow. It's going to be Friday.